Cristiano Ronaldo to Manchester City? Are you kidding me? I hate him, I hate him, I hate him.
"24 hours later.
Viva Ronaldo! Viva Ronaldo! Running down the wing, hear United sing. Viva Ronaldo! Woo! Welcome to Allsport ABP. I'm back with another video. And yes, of course, it has to be regarding Cristiano Ronaldo. He's making his debut for Manchester United again against Newcastle United tomorrow, on Saturday. That's the game that he actually scored his one and only hat-trick for Manchester United. That was against Newcastle United. I'm really excited about what's going to happen and really excited to have him back. I think I was in class 8 or 9 when Cristiano Ronaldo first signed for Manchester United back in 2003, and that story itself was very intriguing. Sir Alex Ferguson during pre-season went along with Manchester United to Portugal to play some pre-season friendlies, and my goodness, Cristiano Ronaldo really lit up. And he was playing for Sporting Lisbon back then, a very young teenager, aged 17 or 18, something like that. And in the preseason match itself, Cristiano Ronaldo really performed well and dribbled past Ryan Giggs, dribbled past Rio Ferdinand and Gary Neville. And all of them actually started talking about who is this new guy on the blocks who's just tearing the field apart with his pace, with his precision, with his dribbling and his flair. He just looked the class apart, and Manchester United, including Sir Alex Ferguson, couldn't let that opportunity go off. In the first instance, they quickly made the call that they need to have him, they need to sign him. And Ronaldo was actually signed along with Kleberson in that summer transfer window, as far as I can remember. And the first picture of Ronaldo holding a Manchester United shirt was not by himself. He was just, a young chap, a young teenager coming over to England, and was given the jersey number 7, which is the most coveted jersey for Manchester United, has a very historic value, worn by the likes of George Best, worn by the likes of Eric Cantona, who really made the jersey famous. And Ronaldo was given the number 7 jersey right away. So he had a decent debut, came in as a substitute, did not do, extremely well, but was exciting enough for the crowd to understand that he would be someone that people would want to go to the stadiums and watch the games for. It was that exciting. He had the dribbling, he had the pace, he had the flair, and day by day, year by year, he really improved himself and turned out to be a machine. A few interviews I've watched about how he transformed into the world-class player that he is right now. And even Sir Alex Ferguson used to say that he was so hardworking on the training ground and was kind of an example for the other kids around that time, and even the seniors. They were overawed by the way he used to train, conduct himself on the ground, and always had that desire to be the best in the world. He had the dream in him. So gradually, 3 years down the line, he suddenly transformed into being the Cristiano Ronaldo that we know he was, which is why having played more than 300 games for United in his previous stint, he just has 118 goals, but most of them actually came in the last 2 seasons while he was the top goal scorer in the league. He won the Golden Boot, he won the Ballon d'Or for the first time in a United jersey, and those were great memories from his end. But he had ambitions, he had to move ahead, and the drama that we had. I made a separate video regarding Cristiano Ronaldo where I actually said I'm not going to be a fan of him anymore because the news came out that this season, this summer, he might suddenly go and join Manchester City, who are our arch rivals. And from there on, things really turned around in the next 24 hours. And finally, Cristiano Ronaldo signed for Manchester United. He's back home, and we're really going to be hearing a lot of those songs that the fans sing around when he's in his peak and when he used to play for Manchester United. I'll maybe try and sing that song later on at some point, but really excited to have him back at Manchester United. We've heard a few interviews from him, from the manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who was also playing at that time along with Cristiano Ronaldo when he was here last time, back in I think 2007, 2008, those seasons, and they really have a good relationship. And I think this is, from a tactical point of view, a right time for Ronaldo to come in, because Manchester United, having been building a very good squad over the last few years under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the one thing I think they're missing right now is that winning mentality, the last push, or the last, you know, big push to cross over the winning hurdle. That's where I think the current Manchester United team suffers a bit. If you look at what happened in the previous season, in the 2019-20 season, United went to 4 semi-finals and lost all of them. In the last season, United went to the Carabao Cup semi-final, lost it, and then went to the finals of the Europa League and then lost that against Villarreal. That was a really sad pill to take for Manchester United, going to the penalties and still not being able to cross that line, even with the likes of Harry Maguire being there, Paul Pogba is there, Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, Mason Greenwood, a lot of young and good talent, a lot of players at their peak. Of course, Bruno Fernandes is there, and Agent Bruno, as we might call him, he could have been an instrumental figure in getting Cristiano Ronaldo back, because they had a good campaign. I mean, a decent campaign in the Euros, where Ronaldo ultimately again became the Golden Boot winner in that tournament. He also had a decent World Cup in 2018. So something's burning inside of him. He went to Juventus trying to win the Champions League all over again, but actually couldn't just get it through, because, as you know, football is a team game. 11 players have to go and play, and if there's just one person with that desire and the others are not coping up, then there's a problem. So I think he tried his best over there. He tried whatever he could. Even in the last season in the Serie A, Cristiano Ronaldo was the top goal scorer for Manchester. Sorry, I'm already too excited to have him as a Manchester United player. So yeah, for Juventus, Cristiano Ronaldo, he scored 29 goals and was the leading goal scorer. And he's already 36, turning out to be 37 next year. So it's not that he has age on his side, but Cristiano Ronaldo has really kept good care of himself physically in terms of his fitness. And I think he would really plan to have a great couple of seasons with Manchester United, and help them try to win some trophies finally under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And while Sir Alex Ferguson is still being able to come in and watch those games and really see, you know, his prodigal son come back and bring the glory days back to Manchester United. That would be a very exciting thing for all of us to watch tomorrow. And we will all have our eyes glued to the screens. Just a preview, a little bit of a preview regarding the match tomorrow. We know that Fred, he went with the Brazil squad and is not being able to play for Manchester United tomorrow, so he will be a miss. Although I'm sure he wasn't having a great run of form either. So I don't think United will miss him a lot. But with Fred not being there, I think it's a good chance for Donny van de Beek to get a start in the Premier League this season. He still hasn't played a single minute this season, even after having a great preseason, and there were question marks around him, even in the transfer deadline, where, you know, he might have gone elsewhere. But he's here, so I think he might get his opportunity against Newcastle. And Nemanja Matic is there, of course, but he might even go and play. Scott McTominay, I'm not sure if he's fit enough to play now. He just rejoined training after he had a minor surgery. So he's catering some kind of an injury. Our midfield, United's midfield looks very thin, and that's the point of concern. But of course, if there's this X factor called Cristiano Ronaldo coming into your team, leading the line, and all these young guys sharing the dressing room with him, I think that is going to be a big boost enough for the United players to go and really perform well, at least in the Newcastle game for a start. And Ronaldo's coming in such a great time because United will again go into their UEFA Champions League campaign right away against young boys. And of course, Ronaldo might be in that squad as well. So he's going to start on the Premier League front and then go into the Champions League. United is really trying to go all ends up out for all the possible tournaments that are there. The Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup. I think United has some kind of a plan to go deep in all of those tournaments. Getting back into the Newcastle match, as we were speaking about the preview, I think Newcastle United did not have a good start this season, and maybe a few of their notable names who are in good form. One of them is, of course, Saint Maximin, who could have an impact for them. He's a very tricky customer. And there's Callum Wilson playing as a striker who actually started well, scored a couple of goals so far. So this would be the few players that United might watch out for. But having seen the debut of Rafael Varane in the last game versus Wolves, that was a fantastic game for him. Couldn't have asked for something better. He got a clean sheet on his debut. He got an assist for the only goal that United scored and scraped out a 1-0 victory and getting those 3 important points. United stand third in the league standings right now, and I think this Newcastle game could be the start of a good winning streak that United need to have, especially at home, in order to mount a challenge for the title. And I have a feeling this would be a good start for United, would be a great start for, the likes of the attacking players that we have. There's Jadon Sancho, who still hasn't impressed very much, getting some game time. There's Mason Greenwood, who's in red hot form. I think he's the most informed player of the team alongside Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. So it's going to be an exciting encounter, a very, very exciting encounter. And I really hope that, Ronaldo goes up and scores this header where he hangs himself for like, an eternal time and then goes for the head. I don't know how he times those runs. I don't know how he makes those leaps above. And when he's jumping, it's like he's already above, the head levels of the defenders. That's amazing, fitness that Cristiano Ronaldo has shown over the years, and this is something he has really developed. Initially, when he was in Manchester United playing on the wings, either on the left or right, we never used to see him going for those headers, and he really improved on that, especially in his last couple of seasons with United, and just carried that on. So Real Madrid or Juventus or even Portugal, they reap the rewards of how United was built under Sir Alex Ferguson, or how Ronaldo was built within that United structure under Sir Alex Ferguson. So we might see, that ridiculously, stupendously, inhuman performance from him. Maybe in the Newcastle game, who knows? He might just come out with a hat trick. The sky's the limit for Cristiano Ronaldo and for United fans all around the world. Definitely, it's some exciting time coming up. Really, really excited about the match. And you guys can also comment on how do you feel this match might go, how Ronaldo might, debut, how would he perform in the first game? Would there be some nerves? Would the crowd expect too much from him? Is age catching up, or, are we going to see the more mature, the more lethal Cristiano Ronaldo that he has been for the last, a decade or so, and has dominated world football throughout? So yeah, drop in your comments, share, subscribe the channel, the video if you like, and of course I'll be back with some more Allsport ABP content later on. In the meantime, let's just wait for this the international break to end, because I just can't wait for the match tomorrow. I hope you guys are excited about it as well. Adios and good night for today. See you next time.